The world does not belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most persistent. Persistence, the forgotten ingredient of greatness, the silent discipline of champions, the quiet force behind every overnight success that took 10 years to build. Napoleon Hill said, "Persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Without it, your spirit is soft, easily bent, easily broken. But with it, you become unbreakable." It's easy to be motivated on day one. It's easy to speak big dreams when the sun is shining and the path is clear. But what about day 97? What about when you've been grinding, bleeding, sacrificing, and the world still hasn't clapped? What do you do when it feels like the dream is running from you? You chase harder. You tighten your grip. You remind yourself, this is the test. Every champion has faced it. Every inventor, every mogul, every legend. They were tested by time. They were broken by failure. They were tempted to quit, but they didn't. Edison failed thousands of times. He didn't just invent a light bulb, he invented a mindset. I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's the spirit that builds kingdoms. That's the soul that turns defeat into data, loss into leverage, pain into power. But here's what most don't understand. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to it. You must be willing to stumble, to look foolish, to be misunderstood, to be underestimated. Because every step backward is still a part of the forward march, if you refuse to stop moving. This is where most fall. Not in the beginning, not at the end, but in the middle, the desert of doubt. That place where results haven't shown up yet, where the voice in your head says, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe it's not meant for me. Let me tell you something. That voice is a liar. It's not wisdom, it's not caution. It's the devil of delay dressed up as logic. It wants you to hesitate, because hesitation kills dreams more quietly than failure ever could. But you are not here to hesitate. You are not here to wander. You are here to finish what you started, to stand when others collapse, to keep walking when the crowd sits down. Because persistence is more than effort. It is identity. It is waking up every day and saying, this is who I am. This is what I do. And I don't need applause to keep building. And here's the truth most won't tell you. The universe is not just listening to what you say. It is watching what you persist in. It rearranges itself not for wishers, but for workers, for those whose energy remains focused even when the rewards are invisible. That is when the laws bend. That is when the unseen forces begin to move, because nothing in this life stays still. You are either growing or you are rotting. You are building or decaying. You are rising or sleeping. And the greatest crime is not to fall. It is to stand still when your soul was built to fly. You must remember, the mountain is not there to stop you. It is there to sharpen you, to test how badly you want it, to burn away what is weak and reveal what cannot be destroyed. That is how legends are born. So don't pray for an easier path. Pray for stronger legs. Don't hope for less challenge. Grow into someone who welcomes it. Because once you stop accepting limits, the game changes. You no longer ask, can I do this? You ask, who do I need to become to make this inevitable? And that is the right question. Because greatness isn't something you get. It's something you grow into. One belief at a time, one day at a time, one relentless, persistent step after another. There is a power within you far greater than circumstance, far greater than doubt, far greater than fear itself. Napoleon Hill called it the power of faith. Not blind belief, not empty religion, but a state of mind so certain that it bends reality to its will. And here's the truth few will ever understand. Faith is not something you're born with. It's something you build, brick by brick, thought by thought, word by word. You build it when you speak life into your dream, even when no one else sees it. You build it when you take action without evidence, when you walk into the dark and call it light. Because faith is the bridge between your mind and your results. Faith is the blueprint you hand to the universe and say, "This is what I'm building. Help or get out of the way." And when that faith becomes absolute, when your vision is clearer than the noise around you, you start to see something few ever experience. The outer world rearranging itself to match your inner conviction. Opportunities appear, people shift, paths open, and things that once looked impossible begin to unfold. Why? Because imagination, when paired with belief and action, is not fiction. It is creation. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions, Hill wrote. But most people use their imagination to rehearse failure. They picture the worst. They relive mistakes. They mentally build cages and then wonder why they feel trapped. But you must take back your mind. You must claim the power of vision. You must sit with your future, breathe life into it, and make it real in your mind long before it shows up in your bank account or your surroundings. You must become the architect of destiny, designing not based on what you see, but based on what you decide to believe. That is the path of the few, the path of those who rise from nothing, the path of those who trade excuses for execution. And it demands one thing above all: mastery of your thoughts. Because every limit you've ever accepted began as a thought, and every breakthrough you'll ever experience will begin the same way. Your mind is not a storage container. It is a command center. Every thought is a seed. Every word is a tool. Every belief is an instruction to life itself. So what are you commanding? When you say, "I'm not good enough," you're instructing your subconscious to sabotage you. When you say, "This is too hard," you're teaching your nervous system to quit early. When you say, "I'm not lucky," you're telling the universe to pass you over. But when you say, "I create my reality. I am the captain of my fate. I am becoming stronger, wiser, and more dangerous every day," then everything starts to move. You are no longer reacting. You are creating. You are no longer waiting. You are becoming. And this is the greatest revolution of all. When a human being realizes that the real battleground is not outside, but inside. When you finally grasp that your outer results will never exceed your inner standard, that your income will never outgrow your mindset, that your relationships, your health, your impact will always reflect the limits you've accepted or the ones you've destroyed. So the question now is simple. What kind of mind are you building? What kind of reality are you rehearsing? What kind of future are you creating with the story you repeat every day? Because make no mistake, you are either telling a story of power or you are living in someone else's script. And you weren't born to be a background character in someone else's play. You were born to be the author, the creator, the one who rises when others run, the one who rewrites the ending because the first draft wasn't worthy of you. You are not here to fit in. You are here to rise up. And when you understand that, when you burn the limits, when you silence the noise, when you take full control of your thoughts, you don't just change your life. You become a force that changes everything. So now we arrive at the edge, the line between who you were and who you must become. Not everyone will cross it. Most will turn back. They'll settle for comfort. They'll justify average. They'll say, maybe it just wasn't meant for me. But you're not here for average. You're not here to make peace with mediocrity. You are here to dominate your fate. Because let's make something crystal clear. There is no such thing as meant for you. There is only what you're willing to claim and what you're willing to fight for. You want freedom? Earn it. You want greatness? Sacrifice for it. You want to leave a legacy? Then build one with your sweat, your scars, and your soul. This is not a game. This is your life. And life will not hand you power.
It will test you. It will break you.